I'm on my anime list, and I guess we have to talk about how the battle for most popular anime in 2022 is going to be decided in the next couple months. Hit it! So we're on my anime list. Shout out to my anime list. I don't know if you guys do sponsorships, so why not? Hit me up. Let's do it. But we have so many heat anime dropping this October. If you're not aware, I think you should be, right? There's going to be so much to keep up with weekly. And I think for me, at least, I have to really talk about which ones I'm excited about the most. And I guess we're going to start with Chainsawman. So Chainsawman is from a manga that is very... Move. I don't want to join. Go away. Chainsawman is from a manga by Tatsuki Fujimoto that I really love. I started reading his work back when Fire Punch started, and I was really excited to see that he started in Weekly Shonen Jump along a lot of the other big authors that I enjoy. And the story and the action and the heart and the weirdness and the bizarre adventures and the designs and just so much kind of led me to this manga and makes it one of my favorites in the recent history of Shonen Jump. And I'm glad that it's continued with Chainsaw Man Part 2 because I definitely wasn't ready to let go of this universe anytime soon. So let's see what the synopsis is for the anime on my anime list. It reads, Denji has a simple dream, to live a happy and peaceful life, spending time with a girl he likes. This is a far cry from reality, however, as Denji is forced by the Yakuza into killing devils in order to pay off his crushing debts. Using his pet devil Pochita as a weapon, he is ready to do anything for a bit of cash. However, he's outlived his usefulness and is murdered by a devil in contract with the Yakuza. However, in an unexpected turn of events, Pochita merges of Denji's dead body and grants him the powers of a chainsaw devil. Now able to transform parts of his body into chainsaws, a revived Denji uses his new abilities to quickly and brutally dispatch his enemies. Catching the eye of the official devil hunters who arrive at the scene, he's offered work at the Public Safety Bureau as one of them. Now, with the means to face even the toughest enemies, Denji will stop at nothing to achieve his simple teenage dreams. And I feel like that does very much capture kind of everything you have to know about this series in a very short kind of synopsis. So, you know, shout out to the synopsis, shout out to the My Anime List writers. You did a good job there. And here, for any information that you want to have about the series, we know that the anime is coming out October 12th, so just a couple weeks away. It's by Studio Mappa. There is going to be gore. It's a shonen. Kind of everything you have to know. And here are the rankings right now. I like the fact that we're doing this video because we can see what it's at right now versus what it's going to be when the anime is out or when the full season is finished. Right now, the popularity is number 378. This is how many favorites it has, how many members, and let's see how that grows later on. I guess you could use this video as a resource to find out where these things were ranked before the fall anime season started. So going back, the next one that we're probably going to have to talk about is a series that I really enjoyed covering on this channel for the time that I did, and I'm probably going to try to get back to it if I can find the time between all the different projects that I have planned this fall. We have Mob Psycho 100 Season 3, and now you know, anytime Mob comes back, you're in for a spectacle, right? You're in for some really interesting animation. I know a lot of people don't like the art style of the Mob Psycho anime. That is a frequent complaint that I've seen from people, but Mob Psycho is a very touching story at times. It has a lot of really interesting themes and discussions on emotions and like whether or not it's okay to feel certain ways and how much it means when you inspire others and do the right thing, and you know, even sometimes when you do the wrong thing, if it's possible for the people around you to forgive you or look past that and see your better side. And yeah, beyond the fact that it's an amazing story about psychic battles and you get all sorts of great ridiculous camera angles and nutty animation, it's also a great coming of age story with a character who has to very much be in control of his emotions during a time in your life where you're not very in control of your emotions. So for that, I really love Mob Psycho. I've been enjoying it ever since the first season. Yeah, the nutty animation definitely did help hook me on this series, but I think I would watch anything that one had a hand in, right? So this definitely is the kind of series that I'm going to support right until the end. And I don't know how much content is left after this season, but what I do know to discuss would be a major spoiler, right? Especially since there is no synopsis here. I don't think that's them being lazy. I honestly think that to explain anything about what's coming in the season would kind of spoil a big twist, right? Or I guess not the biggest twist ever, but something that you want to know beforehand. So we're going to leave that alone, but Mob Psycho is coming. Do we have a release date? It says October 6, 2022, so that truly is coming, I think, even a week or a couple days before a lot of the other fall anime. So Mob Psycho is going to be coming right at the very beginning of October. Thursdays is going to be the day. I think it's a different day for us here in America, or depending where you are. I think Thursdays means it's going to be Wednesdays for me, or Fridays. I forget how that works. I think it's Wednesdays. And just a fun reminder, Mob is owned by Warner Brothers Japan, right? What if we get Mob in like a Multiverses? Wouldn't that be fun? I want to start a campaign to get Mob in Multiverses, or Reagan. Come on, Mob and Reagan in Multiverses? And here, of course, is Mob Psycho's popularity before season 3 drops. So you see it's number 854. That's how many members there are, and that's how many favorites. So cutting back to the list of fall anime, I know we have the series that most of my subscribers are probably excited for, and that is My Hero Academia Season 6. And now, there's infinite things that I could say about My Hero Academia Season 6. Here, I do think that there not being a synopsis of the season is kind of them being lazy at my anime list, because, you know, you could easily write that up. You could have asked me, I would have done it for some coin. But what is there really to say about My Hero Academia Season 6 that hasn't been said on this channel already? The heroes are going into a very, very dangerous situation with the villains, and they're taking them on and trying to surprise them and defeat them before Shigaraki can be awoken into his new body and truly cause mass mayhem. Deku's going to do some amazing things in this arc and in this season, and you can check out my video from earlier this week about all the quirks and things he's going to unlock, and also Shigaraki's going to do some pretty nasty and ridiculous things in this arc and in this season, and you can go check out my video about that as well, with the card in the top right or the link in the comment section below. But at the end of the day, we've seen some pretty great trailers for My Hero Academia Season 6. Everything looks good. The only reason to be worried would be remembering the past, remembering the previous season, at least how they did us. It wasn't necessarily the best, but we have to assume maybe they came back stronger than ever this time, because they knew the war arc was going to be a difficult to adapt arc, even like a year or so in advance. Like, just from seeing it in the manga, you could tell that that was going to take a lot. So I hope they bolstered down, you have everyone kind of all hands on deck, and that it is really going to be the best season of My Hero Academia, because the content at least gives it the potential to be, if not until the final war arc is animated. But like Mob Psycho Season 3, My Hero Academia is done by Bones, and both of them are done by different studios within Bones, I believe. And it seems like it's coming back October 1st, actually, so it's literally coming back at the very beginning of October, which means right now we have probably 3 weeks or like 2.5 weeks left until My Hero Academia is truly back, and we're all just back in the swing of things. So I hope you guys stick around in the channel until then to see all the crazy content that I'm going to have for this season. But yeah, here's the popularity, 946. That's pretty low actually, but understandable for right now. We're not really in the crazy stuff yet. But yeah, are you excited more about My Hero Academia than anything? Or is there something else in this list so far that you find to be way more exciting, like Chainsawman or Mob Psycho? The next extremely popular anime that's going to be dropping in the fall of 2022 is going to be Spy X Family's second half. Now, there's not a ton that I can say about this because I haven't caught up on the Spy X Family anime, and I don't know very much about like how it's been adapted. I haven't seen anyone complain about it. Everyone seems to be loving it, but I was kind of waiting for this second half to finish for me to start it and watch it with my girlfriend. We're gonna watch it together, right? So I really want this 13 episode anime to finish, and then I can have the whole 24 or 20 whatever episodes it is to watch with my girlfriend, and then I'll have an opinion on it. But from what I remember from Spy X Family in the early days when I checked out the manga for a little bit, it definitely seemed like the kind of thing that was gonna be pretty popular, because it takes that kind of Mr. and Mrs. Smith dynamic that's very popular over here in the West and flips it on its head and adds like an anime twist to it by giving them a psychic daughter. And while I didn't really have any investment in reading the manga beyond the first couple chapters when it initially came out, I definitely do think as a series to watch with a loved one or your girlfriend or anybody, it is a pretty good series for that, right? And it's been recommended to me by friends as being great exactly for that. So I definitely am looking forward to this season to finish so I can watch the whole thing. But yeah, that's all my understanding of Spy X Family there. But it is made by Wit, so you know, there's that. Wit's pretty awesome. And this is also coming back October 1st. So Spy X Family is going to be coming back the same day as My Hero. I guess we're going to see a Spy X Family sweep. And the popularity for Spy X Family is 978 with this many members and this many favorites. Next up, probably one of the most hype returning anime coming back in October of 2022, we have Bleach, the 1000-Year Blood War. And this is a continuation, the final continuation of Bleach's anime. Now, Bleach has been gone for quite some time, but at the very end, there was the potential promise that we would see each other again. And finally, that time has come with Bleach returning after so long. It feels like it's been so long. Maybe it hasn't actually been if you count the years. So I'm really glad to see Ichigo and everyone again. There's no synopsis for this, but I mean, what is there to say? If you're not familiar with this material because you dropped the Bleach manga, you're foolish. I shouldn't even explain this to you out of spite because you just made the wrong decision. But for the people that just never read Bleach and just don't know what's going on here, and maybe you recently caught up to the Bleach anime so you're ready for what's coming next, pretty much the Quincy's have secretly been in hiding all this time and they're ready to attack the Soul Society because if you remember, the Quincy's and the Soul Reapers aren't exactly best buddies often. So a blood war 1,000 years in the making breaks out between these two different factions, and we see massive and plentiful battles between various Soul Reapers and various teams of Quincy's. It's going to be a very action-packed, battle-filled arc. We're going to see Bankais flying left and right, all sorts of Stern Ritter abilities. It's just going to be nuts. So expect Bleach to at least put up a very big fight for what potentially could be the most popular anime of 2022. And with the announcement that Bleach is going for a 4-core anime release, which means it's going to round out to be about 50 to 54 episodes, probably in that range, that tells us that Bleach is going to be around for a while. So if it doesn't get the Best Anime of 2022 award, I mean, it still has a chance to fight for it early next year, I believe. And with the stunning and amazing animation and art style that we've seen so far in the trailers, it surely has a chance. So I don't know, I'd be looking out for Bleach to maybe take this one if it wasn't for some of the other members of this list. And I'm gonna give an honorable mention to these two series because I don't really know a lot about them, but I know people are hype about them. One of them is Blue Lock. This is like a soccer series where it seems extremely edgy. I've seen some manga screen caps on Twitter where characters are like, I'm gonna kill you while they're playing like soccer, and it seems like they have abilities and stuff, but it's just like a little ridiculous to me. But I might just watch for the sake of the meme. I feel like this is the kind of thing I would have liked when I was like 15 or 16. Like, yeah, it's extremely edgy soccer, but it's just, I'm in my late 20s now, right? So extremely edgy soccer is more funny to me than anything. But actually, we do have a synopsis for this one, so shout out to my anime list. Let's read this one. I'm gonna read it in like a serious, deep voice. After reflecting on the current state of Japanese soccer, the Japanese Football Association decides to hire the enigmatic and eccentric coach Jinpachi Ego to achieve their dream of winning the World Cup. Believing that Japan has lacked an egoistic striker hungry for goals, Jinpachi initiates the Blue Lock, a prison-like facility where 300 talented strikers from high schools all over Japan are isolated and pitted against each other. The sole survivor of Blue Lock will earn the right to become the national team striker, and those who are defeated shall be banned from joining the team forever. Selected to join this risky project is Yoichi Isagi, a striker who failed to bring his high school soccer team to the national tournament. After choosing to pass to a teammate who missed instead of scoring on his own, he could not help but wonder if the results would have been different had he been more selfish. Using this golden opportunity given by the Blue Lock project, Yoichi aims to clear his doubts and chase his ultimate desire, to become the greatest striker in the world and lead Japan to World Cup glory. Yeah, I don't know. It's Prisoner Soccer. Who is this by? Who's doing this? Bandai Namco? Studio 8-bit. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have to check this out for the meme, right? Because I see some crazy stuff on Twitter and I don't really know how to feel about it. Popularity, 1848. Jeez, you got a way to climb, buddy. And finally, we have Golden Kamui, right? I know this is a very popular series for some people. I know literally nothing about this series. I just think it looks bad to me, honestly. I feel like I'm gonna get flamed now, but this looks trash. this looks booty. So which of these anime do you think has the chance to be the #1 anime of the year? I do think it is going to be decided in the fall this season. I know a lot of hot anime have dropped this year already. We've got a lot of great moments, but I don't know. I think between Chainsawman, between Bleach, between Mob, one of those anime has the chance to become the most popular anime of the year, or the most hype anime of the year, or the best anime of the year. So I feel like that's going to go to one of those three, maybe. And then there's My Hero there. We'll see how that goes. But maybe My Hero Academia will surprise us and we'll get something incredible and amazing that we haven't gotten in a couple seasons. So here's hoping that is the case. But to make it easier, what anime do you guys think is going to be the king of the fall in 2022? Is it something that I haven't touched on already? Like Piku? This? Could it be this? Could it be whatever this is? Could this be the anime of 2020? What is this?